Welcome to another video on a blusty, windy, horrible day here in the UK today, which can mean only one thing: it's extreme wind speed test for the DJI Neo 2. Now, I've done a wind speed test on the Neo 1 before, went up to about 18 to 20 mile an hour winds, which is about the maximum that little bad boy can take. Now today it's about 25 mile an hour winds, which is great because apparently the DJI Neo 2 can take higher wind speeds than the 1. So let's put that to the test. I'm going to set these two into spotlight mode, take them off, see how they can hover, and hopefully not lose one of these two drones. Let's get going. All right. That Neo 1 is doing worse than the Neo 2 already. Let's have a look. Wait. Well, there you go. Game over for the 1, and the 2 is still flying. Look at that. Just. Hey, it's really struggling though. But it's doing quite well. Let's try it one more time. 2, 1. So it's interesting how that Neo 1 just drifts off as soon as you take off, whereas the Neo 2 seems to fight that wind pretty much immediately. The Neo 1 kind of takes about, took a few meters to kind of get itself sorted. It's hovering all right at the moment, so we'll see how it does. But so far, looks like the Neo 2 is definitely doing better than the Neo 1. Waiting for like a strong gust to hit these two. There we go, it's sounding out. There you go, that's more like it. There you go, come on, fight that wind, fight it. Come on, you can do it. So it's all right when they've got a constant flow of wind against them, they can cope with that quite well. It's when you get those sudden gusts of 25 plus mile an hour winds, that's where they struggle, and that's what flipped the DJI Neo 1 over just now, whereas the 2 managed to cope with it just about all right. But this sort of constant wind, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, is all right, but those gusts, not so much. Okay, so connected to the RC2 controller, I'm going to have a little fly around here, see how that feels in these conditions. And after that, I'm going to connect it to the FPV system, see how that feels in manual mode. Also going to see how fast I can go with the wind behind me, so stay around for that because that'll be quite interesting. Okay, so as you can see at the moment I've got full forward stick and it's stopped moving much. Yeah, it's drifting sideways. I'm literally fighting at the moment, and it's actually not doing what I'm telling it to do, so struggling a little bit there, but it's still flying. Just strong wind warning. Oh really? Okay, just hover it there for a bit. Now, I haven't fully tested how well this does over water yet, so I'm sort of a little bit cautious at the moment, but that's another experiment, so we'll do that as well. Let's see, yeah, that looks all right. So flying downwind obviously is going to be better. Barely moving, full stick forward, just about moving a little bit there. Let's stick into sports mode, see if we can get a bit more. Again, nothing, just full forward stick, and it's drifting to the right. Struggling, it is struggling. It's not dropping out of the sky, which is good, but it's just, there you go, flying backwards now, full forward stick. Yeah, massively struggling. Okay, flying into the wind, holding really nicely. Oi, okay, bit of a side drift there. You can really see the effect of that roll axis stabilization. Massively helps things. sports mode. Nice. Nice. Drifting a tiny bit, but considering the wind, that's actually really doing well. So really can't complain at all. It's doing extremely well. So that's the boring bit done. Let's have a look and see how fast we can go. It seems DJI still haven't sorted out this issue where it resets your customs mode when you rebind it from one controller to the next, which is a real pain in the ass and something they should have done by now. But there we go. Oh, look at that shake. Okay, that's what happens when your when your gimbal no longer stabilizes things. It looks. Oh, well, that's horrible. Well, that's really horrible. Not nice. Look at that, going all over the place. Oh, wow. Oh, that's horrible. I'm just gonna. Oh, look at that. It's shaking all over the place. It's possibly worse than the Neo 1. Right, let's see if we can fly downwind. Right, here we go. Doing 80 kilometers an hour. Look at that. Nice bit of speed. Okay. Into the wind. You could see it just sunk down a bit there. The reason it does that is because if you're flying into the wind and you've got an angle of attack where you're leaning down towards the wind is basically going to drop it and push it down towards the ground. So you've got to be really conscious of the attitude of your drone with respect to the wind as to how that wind is going to affect your lift or reductions in lift. Very hard to control like this because you can't really see much. So again, flying into the wind, being pushed down, you've really got to watch that throttle control and be really wary of the attitude that your drone is. Horrible attitude, this one. Bad attitude drone. Right, here we go. And flying down. Wind behind me. Mm, 88, 90. Crazy speed. Oh my goodness. Some serious speed we got there. Wow. Okay. That was some ridiculous speed for a drone that's 150 grams. So after all that, how does the Neo 2 fare in windy conditions? Very well. A little bit better than the Neo 1. The Neo 1 still held its own very well, but probably the Neo 2 a little bit better, tiny little bit better. I still wouldn't fly these in extremely windy conditions, but today is pretty nasty and it's held its own. So very impressed with it. Now in FPV mode, also does very well in sports and normal mode, but it'll get to its limit of its attitude, flying into the wind, and might not get anywhere anymore at that point. So at that point you might find it'll just go stationary or fly backwards, which is not very convenient. On the other hand, manual mode you can go faster, and today got a whooping 105, just over 105 kilometers an hour, which is over 60 miles an hour, almost 70 miles an hour, which is horrendously fast for this little drone and faster than I've ever gone for the Neo 1. But the experience of flying in manual mode with this in windy conditions is extremely unpleasant, really horrible, because it just shakes around. It's very difficult to control, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it. It's just not very nice. So in that case, it's actually more pleasant flying in normal and sports mode, but then that's not proper FPV anyway. So yeah, calm conditions it does do really well, but yeah, windy conditions, unpleasant, but can go very fast in manual mode. So I hope you found that interesting and useful if you want to fly in these conditions, and if you want to be mad like me. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. So as usual, remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that jazz, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.